So, one of the strategies that I often recommend for people when we're having these really negative, intrusive thoughts, like this person right here in the story, seems to be struggling with a lot of the choices that they made in the past, but they're also projecting a lot of the emotions onto the action that maybe weren't there at the time. So they're feeling really bad, right? So let's say in this person's instance, they're literally yelling at themselves to stop it because they're having these flashbacks of the trauma that they've experienced in the past. Okay. So one of the things that I'll often recommend is that we have to do some logic testing to make sure that we're actually confronting those points as they appear. So if you are one of those people that has these flashbacks, or if you have these negative thoughts that creep into your head about like, I am a worthless piece of shit. That one I hear a lot, right? I hear that from people all the time. Or I'm not good enough, or what else? I don't know. Give me your favorite statement, but any one of those things. You get those thoughts into your head, and then it's that part of that triangle that makes you act. So if it's a thought, a feeling, an action. So the thought is I'm a worthless piece of trash. The feeling is I'm worthless. I'm not worthy of anybody's attention. Feeling sadness, right? And then it leads to the action of I'm gonna go eat a full pizza by myself, or I'm gonna go lay on the couch. We have to find, cognitive behavioral therapy teaches us that there has to be a way to break that triangle, the thoughts, feelings, and actions triangle, based on that situation. So thoughts, feelings, actions, situation. There has to be a way to break that triangle from breaking that experience to make it do something else. So where can we inject some positivity or some historical testing, some logic testing in there to confront those feelings that you might be having? So if I'm feeling like a worthless piece of trash, I'm not good enough, right? Where's the logic in that? The logic might be, well, in fact, there's nothing that tells me I'm actually not worthy. There's something, the times that I've been told about I'm not worthy are maybe by my parents, or maybe by somebody who really doesn't like me to begin with. So how do I confront that? Well, I don't have any, my evidence proves otherwise, and I am in fact worthy because, I've gotten A's on all my tests, or I am a college athlete, or I was successful today and I made my bed, or I did my own laundry, or I cooked my own meals, right? Whatever those things might be. Those are all great modes that allow you to function of like, actually, I am not completely worthless, because somebody who is worthless would be somebody who is not going to be able to do those things. They're not going to be able to find the strength in themselves by saying, I did do that. I did do those things. I'm not worthless. That's your logic test. There's no proof of that. Another thing that I've heard a lot of is not necessarily because of the negative self-talk. I kind of segued. In the character story that we're driving right now, our main character is experiencing a lot of like PTSD flashbacks, and he's taking on a lot of this negativity and blaming himself for the entire war. There's a lot of people that go into making a war. The person that's confronting him occasionally is telling him, actually, you're not the only one that did this thing. There were other people that did it too. You're not completely at fault. There's other people that are at fault as well. So catch yourself. So logic testing. That's like his brain is saying, actually, I'm not completely, but the negativity is there. So another strategy outside of that constant blaming of ourselves, or for that CBT triangle, is basically confronting it in the moment, recognizing absolutely not. Here's the historical evidence, absolutely not, and screaming at it like the person just did, the main story. He says, no, stop it. That's a powerful tool for you to be able to say, absolutely not. That is not true at all. Not true. I am not this person. I did not do this thing. I'm not going to engage with this behavior. Some people that I've been seeing have been having a lot of these intrusive thoughts would be much the same thing. Like maybe the intrusive thought would be, I'm going to harm myself, or I'm going to kill my significant other or something. And the confrontation would be simply, I am not going to do that. There's no way I would do that. That's not me at all. Stop. And then they confront the object. They confront the thing. So like if the object says, or if the thought is saying, I'm going to kill my spouse by tying an electrical cord around their neck. Well, I'm going to go get an electrical cord and I'm going to hold on to it to prove to myself that I'm not going to do this thing. I'm not going to be compelled to act this way. Anyway, segue outside of the game, but all valid tactics to confront that negativity that we often experience. Confrontation, but be direct with that thing, acknowledge that it's there, and state that it absolutely holds no power over you. Another way is to disassemble that cognitive behavioral triangle, so thoughts, feelings, actions based on a scenario, finding a way to interject some kind of logic testing in that thing and confront it, same way. You're not doing the direct confrontation, but you're still confronting it. All great tactics to use when we're experiencing this level of negativity. So, anywho, now back to the story.